We're out here in Pigeon Forge today. It's a cool, brisk day, but the sun's out. It's kind of nice compared to the gloomy weather that we've had. I wanted to take Christy out for a really nice date, and I can't think of a better place to do it. As a matter of fact, let's just say that I didn't want to take her to some place where we just did an old run-of-the-mill video for you guys. No. We're gonna go in here. We're gonna chill out. I told her to chill out because I was taking her to one of the coolest places in Pigeon Forge. We're gonna go have lunch today at one of our favorites. Let's just say this video is really gonna take shape because we're here at the Pottery House Cafe and Grill, but we're having lunch in an igloo.
The Old Mill Pottery House and Grill is at 3341 Old Mill Street in Pigeon Forge, off of traffic light number 7. It is across from the Old Mill restaurant. Before we go in, we're going to ask you to smash that subscribe button and subscribe to Smoky Mountain Faith Food and Fun. But take a look at those igloos and this beautiful courtyard before we head inside.
Ladies first. And let's show them around the inside.
Before we check in at the hostess station, let's look at some of the wonderful baked goods. They have several different kinds of fresh baked bread daily that you can pick up and take home. We'll show a menu for those at the end of the video. And then there is, of course, the bakery case with all kinds of pies. You've got your hot chocolate pie, your coconut pie, key lime pie, as well as many others, and of course the famous peanut butter pie. Before we check in at the hostess station, let's take a look at this wonderful dining area. This is the main dining room with several table and chair options for various party sizes. And take a look at the iconic Black Bear salt and pepper shakers. This is the back room dining area with more of your table and chair configurations, and take a look at that open and friendly kitchen. And we're going to step outside to the back patio that has even more outdoor dining. It is beautiful out here. Stay tuned because Brooks is going to talk about the history of this particular building and who it belonged to originally. But you definitely want to dine outdoors if you can, because it is absolutely beautiful. And there again is that iconic Pottery House bear. You don't want to miss taking a look at this beautiful koi pond and waterfall that is out back. If you can't sit in an igloo, one of our favorite places to sit by this beautiful stone fireplace, which has an absolutely beautiful painting of Fern Branch Falls by local artist Robert Tino. Look at these fun igloos, guys. Lunch in an igloo. Are you my lunch date?
Come and enjoy this
in
cool
an igloo?
space.
Look how pretty it is with the.
Yes. There are space heaters.
Yes.
A little fireplace for ambiance.
Oh, how cute.
How neat is this?
I love this.
Look at this. Snowshoes.
They've even got the decorations going on in the igloo. And it is warm in here. Plus we have sunshine.
Well, the sunshine is really helping out in here. Always unique. offerings at the Pottery House. So we don't normally feature our beverages. But my love, what do you have today?
I have the unsweet tea with their fresh peach like syrup. So it's a peach iced tea. And then you can also get mango, raspberry, and strawberry.
Yes.
I happen to be a peachy kind of girl. So I'm just going to try it. I mean, I already know it's good, but...
So if you're a fan of flavored tea...
Yes.
Pottery House is a great place for it.
Flavored tea, and it is bottomless, so they will refill the tea. And this is so cool.
So cool. An igloo. Yes. Stay tuned for apps. We have something unique for you.
Yes.
So you know that we like to talk a lot of history on this channel, and especially local history in this area. So the Pottery House, of course, is top notch in this area, and so many people love it, including us. But I wanted to take you through a little bit of the history of the Pottery House because maybe some people don't know. So of course there is the Pottery House next door. That was actually rebuilt in 1958 because it used to be a tobacco barn. It was originally a tobacco barn.
Oh, we're getting some bread.
Fresh
Yes.
bread.
Fresh bread. Thank you so much.
you.
You're welcome.
Rebecca has been wonderful so far.
Yes.
And of course, remember that when you eat off of something here, it is actually made at the Pottery House next door.
Pigeon River
Pottery. Yes.
Continue on, sir.
Okay. So this corner lot right here that's across from the old mill was bought by Douglas and Ruth Ferguson. They were actually the ones who owned this original property, and of course they built this home. This was actually someone's home, the Pottery House that you see outside. The Pottery House was built in 1954. Okay, they raised their family in here. Neat thing to let you know about the Pottery House itself: the wood beams and the stone floors inside, all that is original, and they've kept it here. So the Pottery House, of course, like I said, is right next door, Pigeon River Pottery. This was not originally named that. This was not originally named that. This was actually originally named the Old Mill Bakery Cafe.
Yes.
It opened in 2003. So they wanted to make it like a fast casual kind of restaurant place where you could have lunch, brunch, a nice, something nice across from the old mill.
Sandwich, perhaps?
A sandwich, perhaps. So the Fergusons actually sold the house and the property to the old mill in 1999. This was originally office space. And then when they opened in 2003, like I said, they became the Old Mill Bakery Cafe. And that later morphed into the Old Mill Pottery House Cafe and Grill. They wanted to rename it the Pottery House in honor of the Ferguson family, which I think is very neat. Now, an architectural note about the house. This is neat. Hubert Bebb is actually the architect who designed their home.
Yes.
All the windows inside were done that way so that you could see Mount LeConte
Oh, yeah.
on any given day.
And there it is, right out
Yes.
there. Our little igloo door is open.
Yes.
And believe it or not, it is cold outside, but it is very warm in here.
It is very warm in here. Hubert Bebb, here's some interesting facts about Hubert Bebb. He was a student of Frank Lloyd Wright. That's a very cool thing.
That is very much Frank Lloyd Wright architecture.
Yes, a very natural
yes.
feel. These are
the open windows, and then sort of the stone and
the stone shaker shingles.
Yes,
those are shaker shingles on the top. And notice how it has like peaks and valleys in the roof.
Those have to be original.
Yeah, those are. Those are original. So very, very neat facts here. So Hubert Bebb, you think, well, where would you find his architecture? You find his architecture in some really cool places, because he actually was the architect for the Lookout Tower at Klingman's Dome, which everyone loves, and the Sun Sphere in Knoxville for the 82 World's Fair. So just some neat history going on out here, and we thought we'd share it with you.
Time for appetizers.
Yes.
Now at the Pottery House at lunch, the bread is by request, so we requested it because we wanted to show it to y'all, and of course it is delicious. But we've got some of the house-made sourdough bread, and of course some delicious whipped butter.
We decided to opt for 2 appetizers today. We're going to split these, but the grilled salmon cakes, which salmon, cracker, crumb seasoning, the 2 sauces, that is their house-made comeback sauce, and then it also has a wonderful cucumber dill sauce as well. What are you starting with?
I am starting with salmon cakes, or in some circles known as salmon patties. Salmon cakes is a bit more of an elevated term.
I like that.
And I have to tell you a funny story about salmon patties. But first, I'm really excited to try these because I love salmon cakes.
Yes.
All right. Oh, wow. Very nice. Beautiful on the inside. I'm gonna go ahead and pass this plate so that Brooks can show you the inside.
Look at that.
It's definitely not a lot of breading,
No, that's nice.
but definitely some seasonings. And they're tender and moist. Get some comeback sauce. Ooh, they are definitely... Ooh, the comeback sauce is good.
It is.
I tried that before with the salmon cake. Ooh. That's getting a fork twirl, guys.
You're a fan of that?
If you don't know what a fork twirl is, and you're new to Smoky Mountain Faith Food and Fun, fork twirl means Christy really likes it.
You approve this message.
I approve this message. Taste of salmon is at the forefront, but it's not overbearing, so if you're not a fan of salmon, I think you might like these.
Okay.
You've got onions, I think celery, definitely a nice spice. Let's try the dill sauce here. They are so tender. Sometimes it's a salmon cake is very dense. These are not.
They look very light, actually.
Oh gosh. Guys, that dill sauce. I think I prefer the dill sauce.
Okay.
The comeback sauce is great. That dill sauce for me wraps that salmon cake into a nice little package.
Okay.
Oh wow.
So you're loving it so far.
I am loving it.
In other words, we're off to a very good start.
And those are
If you know, you know.
Yes, those are the
The
famous
iconic.
or iconic
I like the
Bears
word iconic there.
salt and pepper shakers that they make over here at Pigeon Forge Pottery.
Pigeon River Pottery.
Right, Pigeon Ridger.
Pigeon River Pottery.
Salmon tongue-tied.
Salmon tongue-tied. But yes, these guys, just let you know, you're at the Pottery House. Here we have all of my favorite things in a cast iron skillet, my favorite way to cook. So the pimento cheese, they will do that in a cup for you, but we opted to go for a little something different. The pimento cheese grit cake. Stone ground yellow grits, house-made pimento cheese that is grilled and topped with the bourbon glazed pork belly, and then one of my favorite things in the world, chow chow relish. Fork in one hand, knife in the other. Let's do this. So, you guys know, if you've been around the channel for a while, that first of all, pork belly is just a thing with me. But also, who doesn't love pimento cheese? And look at this beautiful chow chow relish on top. So, we've got the grit cake going on.
I bet that does pair well together. I'm sad that they took away the pimento cheese appetizer, but that looks quite amazing.
First of all, the bourbon glaze on the pork belly just accentuates it. The chow chow relish is very mild, so it has just a nice accompaniment. It's a nice accompaniment. The grit cake, I mean, it's basically grilled pimento cheese and grits. What is not to love about that? I don't understand. This overall is the absolute perfect appetizer.
Wow. So, secret menu item.
Secret menu item. If you don't want the pimento cheese grit cake, they will bring you a pimento cheese cup,
With
which used to be
toasted bread.
with toasted bread. That used to be on the menu as an actual appetizer, and they kind of elevated it a little bit to the grit cake. But like I said, if you know, you know here, and we love the actual just pimento cheese, and it's just the way to go.
And it can also be purchased in the kitchen store, which we may show you in an upcoming video.
Yes. Christy is going with the house special. That's what I call it here. I call it one of them anyway. This is the quiche platter. She has the quiche of the day, which is the quiche Lorraine. There's Swiss cheese, green onion, mushroom, and bacon in that. And then of course you've got the French onion soup is to die for here. The bread is a cinnamon raisin pecan bread, again house made of course, and then fresh fruit to go along.
Look at that delicious French onion soup.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I gotta know, how good is your lunch?
I'm gonna wager that it's good. Only because this is something that I love. I need to get a drink first. First of all, I'm just gonna say it is like 38 degrees outside right now.
Yes.
In Pigeon Forge. It is warm in this tent. Igloo. It is warm in this igloo. So I could shed my jacket and be perfectly fine.
Yes.
But I don't know where to start, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and start with the cinnamon raisin pecan bread. The breads here are fantastic, all of them.
Yes.
So I'm gonna go ahead and give that a shot. Wow. So immediately you are hit with the essence of cinnamon, but not necessarily sweet. And then you've got the pecans, and it's just soft and delicious. Excellent breads. All of their breads are excellent.
Yes.
And you've got fresh fruit here, which is so nice. The first time I ever came to Pottery House, I had quiche. And I thought that since we were here for lunch, I would try something that kind of they're known for, is their quiches and their soups and their fresh breads.
That is a house specialty.
So I'm gonna give this a bite. It's backwards, guys. Excuse me.
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh my goodness.
Quiche Lorraine is awesome. I take it.
Seriously, some of the best quiche you will ever eat anywhere. And I'm not just saying that. The bacon, the mushroom, the onion, the cheese, all blend together so perfectly.
It's a house-made crust too.
The crust is thin and not like overwhelming the quiche. Of course, if you wanted to keep it low carb, just kind of dig out the quiche
The
from the
filling.
crust.
That's right.
So you could do that. But my other favorite thing about Pottery House are the soups. I love their tomato basil, the soup of the day, which was a beef vegetable, sounded very good. That would be more of a Brooksy soup.
Yes.
But the French onion is my
Perfect
favorite.
here. It's perfect here.
And I get the tomato basil depending on what I order. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this. I have to.
Yes.
I have to
Trim
the cheese, because
cheese pull.
that's how you know it's the real deal. And you can also order that in a bread bowl as like an entree.
Yes, you can.
I think I'm flinging soup.
I think you just flung a little bit of soup. That was okay.
Whoops. But
Spoon twirl.
this is the way French onion soup should be. And if you want to try to zoom in on that a little bit, look at all of those caramelized onions. So many onions.
It's beautiful.
And you've got the bread on top, and of course the cheese.
Yes.
Best French onion soup in the area, bar none.
So I'm going to go ahead and just say that based on your reactions, you have a super excellent lunch.
I do. Now, I have not had the quiche soup in quite some time.
Yes.
So my spoon twirls are legit, guys, because it really is that good.
All right. I'm excited. I've got something different to try here.
Alrighty.
What I have is the Old Mill's take on...
Do it again.
Okay. Ready?
Yep.
What I have is the Old Mill's take on liver and onions, because this is the best. I am a chicken liver fan, and I love the Old Mill's chicken livers because that is actually the chicken breading from the Old Mill. That's done on the chicken tenders, topped with those grilled onions. The sauce is their comeback sauce, which is house made as well. And then, of course, you've got coleslaw and mashed potatoes. Okay, so the Pottery House's take on liver and onions. I am a huge fan of chicken liver. Having said that, I love that they have grilled onions on top. I am going to start with just a bite of the mashed potatoes. I already know. I love that they do like the little scoop.
It's a
I love that.
perfectly formed mashed potato scoop.
Mm-hmm. It's just a perfect mashed potato too.
And we're getting a nice refill of drinks there.
Yes,
Our
Rebecca's
server
been
has been awesome.
phenomenal. We appreciate her. Coleslaw just goes well.
I'm the coleslaw girl.
Mm-hmm.
But you also enjoy it. It goes well with chicken livers.
They put a little something different in their coleslaw that I absolutely love. Celery seed.
Yes. Well, that's traditional, but a lot of places don't put it anymore.
There is celery seed in there, and it's awesome. I'm a big fan of that. I'm going to try just the grilled onions by themselves because the chicken liver is going to get a little... The grilled onions are amazing. But chicken liver...
Now, is there a dipping sauce? There is.
Comeback sauce.
House comeback sauce.
The house comeback sauce. I'm going to say it's like a tangy Thousand Island.
But I would agree with that.
But more elevated.
It's kind of like a famous chicken place's sauce, but better.
Yes, very much so.
I'm not going to say the name of the place. You probably know. If you eat chicken and special sauce.
But this.
You've been wanting chicken livers for some time. They are not the best thing in the world for us, but...
Chicken liver is actually a good source of iron.
Yes, they are.
So, I will just say this. If you're a fan of the Old Mill's fried chicken, you're going to be a fan of the Pottery House's chicken liver.
And Rebecca, our server, said that the locals... This is where they come
for the chicken livers, and I can attest to that because this is an absolute favorite of mine.
All right, well, we're going to eat our lunch, and I think we will splurge on dessert because, well, the dessert here is good.
Well, we might have a dessert from another place here.
Oh, well, maybe we'll get dessert and then get some other things to go home.
We might. So Rebecca has been absolutely wonderful today. So Rebecca, I think we do want to do dessert. So could I get maybe a nice piece of Eskimo pie or maybe some icebox cake since we're here in the igloo?
Well, I think you ought to just chill out and have some peanut butter pie.
Oh, all right. Then peanut butter pie it is. And Rebecca has politely asked me to chill out and have some peanut butter pie. So I have chilled and I am ready because this is an absolute favorite here at the Pottery House.
With 2 forks, of course.
My love, I know that we both love the peanut butter pie here at the Pottery House. But knowing that, I still want you to try it for us and just tell us how good it really is.
I'm picky about my peanut butter pie. In fact, if you go back in the channel, you will see me make my family recipe of peanut butter pie.
Yes.
Which is known far and wide among family and friends as being amazing. It was my mom's recipe from way back. But if you can't have mine, and I ain't in business to sell it, you can come to the Pottery House and have a really, really good peanut butter pie. So this is very, very just light and fluffy. It has a graham cracker crust and it's got the chocolate drizzle on top. So let's see. Okay, it might be better than mine.
That was a tornado fork twirl.
I don't know. It's similar to mine. It's got a cream cheese and peanut butter base. It is ultra silky, which is something that mine isn't. Mine is more of an ice cream pie. This is very silky and smooth, plenty of peanut butter flavor. It is truly a great peanut butter pie.
Okay. We'll come back with some final thoughts.
Do I have to share?
You do have to share.
Yeah, because Rebecca told you to chill out and have some peanut butter pie.
That's right.
Alright, final thoughts on Pottery House Cafe and Grill, except first, I told you I had a story about salmon patties, and I'm going to tell it real quick. When I was 15, my mom, who worked, and I got home from school, asked me to make something for dinner. And she didn't give me any ideas of what to make, and I wasn't really a big cooker back then. I was 15. So I decided I was going to make salmon patties. Now, I knew nothing about making salmon patties, except I thought my mom just kind of put the salmon in a bowl, the canned salmon in a bowl, and mushed it together. I didn't know anything about adding eggs or a binder like breadcrumbs or spices. So I literally just took salmon from the can. I didn't take out the little bones that sometimes you need to take out. And I mushed them up and I put them in a pan with no oil.
Yeah.
And if you are a cook, you know that is probably the biggest recipe for the stinkiest disaster you had ever seen. Stuck salmon to a pan, a stainless pan, and the house stunk to high heaven. Well, let me tell you, the house stunk probably for 3 days. It was a disaster, and I never tried to make salmon patties again for 30 years. But now I make a good salmon patty. But that's funny. Every time I see a salmon cake or a salmon patty, that brings back that memory of me at 15 thinking I knew what I was doing making salmon patties, and I didn't have a clue.
Oh, how are the salmon patties here?
Oh, the salmon patties here, let me tell you, they are tender, delicious, wonderful salmon flavor without being overwhelmingly salmony. Not too much filling, lots of good spices in there, and the dips with the comeback sauce was awesome, but I absolutely loved the dill sauce. I tried the grit cake as well. I tell you, I liked it. It was very good. The chow chow kind of is the bow on top of that. I do prefer the regular pimento cheese though. So if you're listening, Pottery House people, bring back the actual pimento cheese appetizer, because
with the olive bread.
And the olive bread. We miss having olive bread. They took away our olive bread, but their other breads are awesome too. So and then of course the quiche. That quiche was incredible. There was no blank spaces in those eggs. That was all filling, and it was so good. Their French onion soup is the best in the area, bar none, in my opinion. And then of course the bread and the fruit is always just nice. And then of course the peanut butter pie. That's excellent. It is excellent. It might be better than mine. I'm not sure. But it's a little different than mine, but the flavor profile is very similar. So excellent, amazing. The IGLOO has been so awesome and fun. I think it would be fun at night as well. But we decided to do a day review, and these are up until Valentine's Day, February 14th. They start just after Christmas, the week after Christmas. Here, and you can make a reservation for them. It's a $25 charge to eat here. It does fit 8 people, and it is warm. It is warm. We're not hot, but it's warm. You know, we're not, you know, it's, you would think it'd be cold out here, but it's not. It's just been absolutely wonderful. So Pottery House always gets 2 thumbs up from me. This has been a great date idea, and I'm a fan for life. So that's about it for me. I can't really rave. It's my favorite restaurant in the area for sure.
All right.
All right, Mr. Handsome.
Mr. Handsome, I don't know about that.
Took me on a date in an igloo.
Yes. So first of all, we want to say thank you to Kent, Leanne, and the staff here at the Pottery House for hosting us in the igloo today. This was very nice. We appreciate them. Appreciate Rebecca, our server. She has been so attentive through the whole process, and
very fun lady.
Yes. So very accommodating. They're very accommodating. So like I said, and Pottery House it's one of our absolute favorites. The chicken liver, I want to know in the comments, chicken liver, yay or nay? Are you a fan? Because this is the place in this area for chicken liver.
Christy tried the chicken liver, and it is very good. I am not really a chicken liver person, but there was nothing I didn't like about these.
Yep. Coleslaw, mashed potatoes, of course, you can't go wrong with that, and they do it right. The appetizers, wonderful. The peanut butter pie, again, Christy said, silky and just delicious. So, it was nice to have a little fun with Rebecca too. Eskimo pie and icebox cake. I think those would be great specialty desserts for the igloos. So management, if we know you're watching, so hey, maybe we've just given you an idea. So, but it's been a great date time. We have there are fireplaces. There's a fireplace. There's a space heater. There are blankets in here too. We did not need those today. On a 38-degree day with the sun coming in on the igloo, it had like a biodome feel.
It really is.
Like a greenhouse.
It's pretty awesome.
It feels awesome in here, and that's even with the door open and the windows pulled down. There are windows.
Yep, there are windows.
How cool is that? So it's a very neat thing. Of course, like I said, right after Christmas through Valentine's Day, come out here and reserve one of the Winter Village igloos at the Old Mill Pottery House Cafe and Grill. We just want to say that stay tuned, because Christy's going to take you through a couple of the shops here. We want to show you some of the great things that the Old Mill district has to offer. Christy's actually going to show you one of her favorite desserts that's not here.
Candies.
One of her favorite candies. So stay tuned for that. We're going to show you a little bit of that and just show you around the area. But for now, we want you to smash that like button, give us a big thumbs up. That's so helpful to us as we go along. Of course, we want to ask you, please, if you would, do us a favor and subscribe to Smoky Mountain Faith Food and Fun. It's free to do so, doesn't cost you a thing, and that really helps us to keep putting out great content for you guys. And then, of course, hit that notification bell. That gives us a ringy dingy and you a ringy dingy every time that we post new content. But stay tuned. Like I said, we're going to show you some great things here. But we love you all. God bless you. And we're going to show you what's next.
As promised, we said that we would show you some of the shops here at the Old Mill. And they've got the creamery there to the left where you can get some yummy ice cream, sassafras unique jewelry and accessories, and of course Pigeon River pottery. Okay ladies, let's take a look inside of Sassafras for some beautiful clothing, jewelry, t-shirts, and all the things that go bling bling. You really don't want to miss Pigeon River Pottery. Let's take a look inside. Look at these beautiful mugs with the Old Mill carved into the pottery. So pretty. I love these little salsa bowls. They have some that are smaller and some that are bigger. I need to get a few of those. And then they've got ones that have a more fluted edge. So pretty and so unique. Super cute smiley face mugs. That don't make you smile. I don't even know what. One of my favorite things are the bird houses. And you can also see them demo. He's making a bowl there.
Well, it's part of a bowl.
Part of a bowl.
Complicated.
The handcrafted pictures are gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. So this is definitely on my want list. I love their whisk bowls and their batter bowls. Just so pretty. I love pottery. Do you love pottery? Tell us in the comments. These are fusion platters. And they've got these really beautiful sparkly bottoms. And they are so, so, so gorgeous. Every single one of them. There is not one that is not beautiful. Okay, we are headed up to the Old Mill Candy Kitchen, where we're going to see one of my most favorite candies in the Smokies. Let's go in. Delicious stuff. Caramel apples, peanut caramel apples, dark salted caramel apples, lots and lots of chocolates. Haven't found my favorite yet though. Dark chocolate bear pies, white chocolate bear pies, milk chocolate bear pies, buckeyes, coconut clusters, all yummy. But I didn't come for anything else except the caramellos. That's it. So the Old Mill Candy Kitchen is home of my favorite candy in the whole area, and that is the caramellos. They are marshmallows dipped in caramel, and then the bottoms are dipped in chocolate. Last stop in the Old Mill shops, today anyway, is the Old Mill Farmhouse Kitchen. And here is where you will find all kinds of great things for the kitchen, including the Old Mill ground flour, catfish breading, fried chicken breading, okra breading, fried green tomato breading, hush puppy mix, shrimp and grits, yellow grits, self-rising cornmeal mix, even their corn pitting mix. Oh my goodness. And remember that chow chow that we ate on, those wonderful pimento cheese grit cakes? Yeah, you can even buy the chow chow right here in the Farmhouse Kitchen store. And of course, what would a kitchen store be without the Old Mill jams and jellies? They've even got some hot ones made with pepper jellies. And if you love pimento cheese, we highly recommend the Old Mill pimento cheese. It is absolutely fantastic. And it is the same pimento cheese that they use in the restaurants. You can also get their wonderful chicken salad. You can also find homemade olive oils and balsamic vinegars of various different flavors. As always, we save the menu for last. Feel free to pause or freeze the screen to see it closer, or you can look at it online at old-mill.com.